so I'm just going to show you a couple of the chicks that we got a couple days ago. I think they're about 5 or 6 days old now, so it's really exciting, and they're very healthy, very happy chicks, and I just kind of wanted to show off my brooder setup for them and just show that this method actually works for hatching out chicks. These are a couple of my chickens. These are, you know, the barnyard mix that I'm going to be hatching out myself for this video. So I actually have my brooder set up in this coop. It's really nice. I like it that they have a small window that they can look into, and here they are. So I've got 2 lavender Orpingtons. I think that he is the little black one I mean. I think that he is a black copper Maron, mostly because I know that I had a couple black copper Maron eggs in there, and he's got fluffy feet like one. And I'm not really sure what this little yellow guy is. I guess that we'll find out when he grows up. I think he might be some kind of an Easter egger, but he didn't come out of a green egg, so I'm not sure. But this also is a barnyard mix. Aside from the lavender Orpingtons, they're pure. But yeah, basically I have this heater in here from Producer's Pride. It's fantastic. I got a warranty on it, so if anything goes wrong with it, I can take it back right away. I've got water in here for them, which of course they dirtied up. That's just part of having chicks. And then back there I have an automatic feeder, and over here I actually just have a feeder that you know, it's just a plate. They really like eating off of it, and anytime that I have treats for them or egg yolk, then I feed them off of that instead of messing up their crumble in there. Right now it's 84 in here. I'm not sure how reliable this is, but it's very warm, and they also are able to get up underneath this, and it's probably a lot hotter underneath it. So I'll be raising it up as they grow. But they're really happy in here, and they're doing really well. So, you know, I can't complain about it. There they are. Look who came to lay down next to me. It's so sweet. These are probably my 2 favorite chickens out of all of them. This is Queen Elizabeth. And then over here, I think she's a sapphire gem. I haven't named her yet. She's actually new here, but she's super chill, like just a really sweet hen. So, I love them. This is Kai. I've had this chicken for a long time now, and she was actually hatched out by my mom. She was an assisted hatch, which they usually don't make it, but she turned out really good, and she's actually one of my best mother hens that we have here. And of course that's Blondie. He is our man. Seriously, he's the best rooster that anybody could ask for. He's amazing. And then we actually ended up with some frizzle mixes, which is pretty crazy. We had one black frizzle on the farm for a couple years, and she never went broody, but you know, some of her eggs got stolen by some of our other hens, and they hatched out 3 or 4 of them. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so I'm using the jumbo egg incubator. I found it on Amazon. It was like 20 bucks or something like that. So the last hatch that I did out of it, I got 5 out of 10 eggs hatched, so that was pretty good. The first step, and this is just going to be cleaning out this incubator. I already did the small little portions, but this is the really nasty part, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Some water here, and I'm just going to put a little bit down the middle strip until there's no air bubbles in it. It's pretty full. So there, and that's all that they need for the first week when it comes to humidity. Next I'm putting this tray in. This here. I've got a small bantam chicken, so I'm going to be picking out a couple of larger ones and a couple of her smaller ones, just to see what we come out with. So for instance, this is a smaller one, and this is a larger one. So I want to see if these will hatch. If they don't, then I know, but she definitely has some fertile eggs. And I'll show you what I mean and how you can tell if your eggs are fertile. So you're going to grab a bowl and maybe 2 to 3 eggs. I will try out one regular one and then maybe one bantam one. So this is a smaller size regular one, but it actually might be one of hers. This is like from one of my young buff Orpingtons that just started laying recently, and this is from the bantam. And you can tell that this one is pretty small, but I know that I have a good ratio of roosters to my flock. So let me just show you. I got some nice hard shells here. Okay, so do you see right there that little white spot with a dot in the middle of it? It's kind of hard, but basically that shows you that your egg is fertile, because that's a little embryo right there. And I'm not going to let this go to waste, by the way. And then the bantam egg. We'll see if she's got a fertile one. I did crack one open the other day and found that it was fertile, so even if this one isn't, it kind of shows you a ratio of the amount of eggs that you put in there. Oh, yep. She's fertile as well. You can just about see it right there. I might put a picture up of what it looks like too when it's fertile. So that's how you can tell. Okay, well, I'm going to try and put in a dozen, and we'll see what happens with it. So I'm going to pick out a good bit of my little bantam eggs to one side, and then a good bit of my regular size eggs on the other. And you can use these dividers. They really help with the size of the egg. You can fit 2 to 3 per row. Okay, so I've got 3 of my bantam eggs. You want to make sure that it does roll. And my counter's actually slanted, so I'm going to put the pointy end that way, because this side is actually kind of facing down a little bit. And you want them to be pointy side down. Oops. So I'm going to make sure that this little stick here goes in to this slot. It's the egg turning device. It's kind of just on some like a clock. It turns them, I think, like every 45 minutes. And you can't really control that with this, so you kind of just gotta let it do its thing. That's the only thing with this egg incubator, is that it doesn't really give you a whole lot of options. Another thing about it is that the top doesn't really sit on it very well, and you kind of have to really maneuver it in there. So all you have to do is plug it in. It should come on. And then let me show you the controls here. Right now it says that it's 69 in there, but you're going to go to settings, and we're going to make it at 99 degrees, hit settings again, and then it should bring it up to 99 degrees. So yeah, that's basically our setup, and I'll do an update next week, maybe bring you along for some candling.